This is Martin Carlisle with GPS from pico2018. 2018. You got really lost in the wilderness with nothing but your trusty GPS. Can you find your way back to a shell and get the flag? Connect at port 24627. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and connect on port 24627. All right, so the GPS is initializing, and it's going to give me a current position and ask me for my plan. All right, so let's take a look at the shell code that's been, the source code that's been provided. And so what we'll see here is this fgetS, and that's going to be reading into my buffer. Now my buffer is hex 1000, so that's 116,256, so it's 4,096 bytes. So it's 4,096 bytes on that buffer. And then it's going to ask me for a location. And then it's actually going to just jump to whatever location I say. So if I put some shell code in this buffer, and then I know the address of this buffer, it will go directly there because I can just type in the address. But the problem is that it's not telling me the exact address of this buffer. Instead, it's calling this query position. And this query position is going to generate some random number mod GPS accuracy minus GPS accuracy divided by 2. So I'm going to get the address of this stack variable right here, plus or minus up to GPS accuracy over 2. So plus or minus about 675, give or take a smidge. Okay, so I know where this thing is, so I'm going to be a little bit below that because I'm going to have this stack variable, and query position is going to be lower on the stack than buffer. And it might go plus or minus 675 on that. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a lot of no-ops into this buffer. And no-ops are hex 90. And then I'm going to put some shell code. And I can get shell code from the internet. This is a 64-bit machine. So let's see. Here we have a nice website with some 64-bit shell code. So I'll take this shell code here, and I've written a little Python program here. I will ask for the current position, read that in, and then it's going to ask me for the plan. And I'm going to put, like I said, these shell codes. So I had a 4,096 byte buffer. So I'm going to put 3,000 no-ops, followed by the shell code that I received from the website. I'll send that. It'll ask for the starting position, and then I will give that as whatever it told me plus 1,000. So worst case scenario is there was 675 bytes down. I add 1,000. I'm well over that, and that should get me 300 bytes, which will be more than the distance from that variable to the beginning of the buffer. And so I'll go somewhere into this 3,000 no-ops. So now I'll go ahead and connect that up. And now I'm in interactive mode. And there's the flag. So I've gone into the shell. So again, basically what I did here was I built a big NOP sled. It gave me an address that was going to be randomly close to where the address of the buffer was. So by adding 1,000, I guaranteed I was somewhere in the middle of these 3,000 no-ops, and then it just did nothing for the remainder of these 3,000, executed the shell code, which calls binsh, and from binsh, I can type any command I want. I catted the flag, and save yourself with a sled of NOPs.